Ozone is a special form of oxygen in the stratosphere that absorbs some of the sun's biologically harmful ultraviolet radiation. The ozone hole, which is a perforation above Antarctica, is a consequence of atmospheric pollutants such as carbon monoxide, sulfur and nitrous oxides, and water vapor.
In 1994, the United Nations General Assembly proclaimed that the 16th of September would be the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer. This was commemorating the day of signing of the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer, which happened in 1987. Implementation of the Montreal Protocol progressed well in both developed and developing countries alike, and all phase-out schedules were adhered to in most cases, and some were even ahead of schedule. Attention was initially focused on the chemicals with higher ozone depletion potential, which included mainly CFCs and halogens, and the phase-out schedule for HCFCs was much more relaxed due to their lower ozone depletion potentials, and because they've also in the past been used as a transitional substitutes for CFCs. On the 16th of September 2009, the Vienna Convention and the Montreal Protocol became the first treaties in the history of the United Nations to achieve universal ratification. The parties in the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer reached an agreement on their 28th meeting of the parties, which happened in 2016 on the 15th of October, to phase down hydrofluorocarbons, which are HFCs.
First and foremost, the record-breaking 2020 Antarctic ozone hole finally closed at the end of December after an exceptional season due to naturally occurring meteorological conditions and the continued presence of ozone-depleting substances in the atmosphere. Ozone levels change naturally from year to year, so scientists need to look at data over long periods of time to actually find trends. The potential for short-lived chlorine and bromine gases to affect the ozone layer has been recognized for a while. More recent studies suggest that measures of concentrations in the atmosphere of dichloromethane, which is a liquid that is widely used as a solvent, can actually be harmful to the environment and further lead to the ozone depletion. Trends in emissions of these compounds are uncertain, but recent studies also suggest that they are not increasing rapidly. Now, how we can take measures to actually reduce the reduction of the ozone layer include avoiding the consumption of gases which are dangerous to the ozone layer, which definitely include chlorofluorocarbons, which are very much prevalent in our air conditioners and our refrigerators. Minimize the use of cars. Use options such as public transport or bicycling. Do not use cleaning products that are harmful to the environment. Try to buy local products so that not only the product that you are receiving is fresh, but also the food that's being brought from miles away is reduced. And last and foremost, maintain your air conditioners, because if the CFCs are let out into the atmosphere, they can further cause more problems. The overall picture is clear. The Montreal Protocol reduced some of the ozone-depleting chemicals and will lead to healing of the ozone layer. This is an important goal because stratospheric ozone protects us from exposure to ultraviolet radiations, which can increase the risk of cataract, skin cancer, and other detrimental effects. Of course, this forecast would be wrong if nations deviate from their treaty commitments, but if the scientific community fails to detect possible emissions of gases that could deplete the ozone layer, which are not covered by the treaty. Henceforth, all we can do is continue to do our part in reducing the usage of any CFCs, any other harmful gases, and just help to reduce the depletion of the ozone layer overall.
Explaining the ways in which we as students can help the environment. So firstly, we should reduce the usage of private vehicles because they let out a lot of greenhouse gases which can affect the environment. We should also try and use environment-friendly cleaning products because the household cleaning products that we use may contain a lot of chemicals which might not be very safe. So it would be a better idea to switch to environment-friendly cleaning products. And lastly, we should reduce the usage of single-use plastics because they let out a lot of marine toxic chemicals when they float in the water.
And lastly, we also made an Instagram page. Here's the name. It covers up all the matters, causes, and its solution of Earth. So please go ahead and give it a follow. Thank you for listening. Happy National Ozone Day. Bye.